bouquets? How are we doing today? It's your girl Enchantress, and I'm back with another How the Lotus Bloom again, where I give you the raw, real, and radiant moments that shape my healing journey. And show you how I keep blooming and rebirthing, and how I really master the art of rebirth. Or am mastering constantly, because it is always a constant. Anyway, we're not getting into that, but I want to talk about something I've also been struggling with, having my spiritual gifts and being, I know people don't like the word, but being psychic um to a certain extent, and how sometimes that is a challenge, because when you know when I know certain things are supposed to happen and certain things are gonna go, like when I it's hard to really be in the present moment, or sometimes allow my human experience to still be my human experience, because spiritually I already know what's supposed to happen. I already know certain people are supposed to be certain things. I know, um I just know how certain things are supposed to go. So sometimes, um in my human experience, when it might not be happening in the time frame that I would expect, or in the way I'm expecting it to happen, I know something's supposed to happen, but the steps to get to that aren't looking the way I know it's supposed to end, right? So it's like it gets confusing for me sometimes to like actually truly be in the present moment and allow my life to still be my life, and allow my human experience to still be my human experience, even knowing what is supposed to happen in the future. Um and like I like sometimes, because even like me being in this period of not working and stuff, I know I'm supposed to be successful as fuck. So when I'm having moments where it feels like a lot of failure, it's like, damn, I'm supposed to be that girl. Like, what's happening? But of course, you can't have success without a couple failures. But and even through those failures, I'm learning certain things to better handle or be prepared for the success when it comes. But it's harder for me to truly stay, or it was. I'm getting better at it now, but it was harder for me to truly um surrender and allow life to still happen in the way that it needs to, for whatever thing I know is supposed to happen in it. And um it's also been where it's like I start feeling like I can't trust myself, because it's like when it don't happen in the way I think it's supposed to happen, it's like, y'all said, y'all just told me XYZ was gonna be XYZ, but now it's giving ABC. So how the hell is XYZ supposed to be XYZ if it's giving ABC? Like, so I have trouble with that. And it's like, I'm like, can I not trust my own gift because shit ain't transpiring in the way I think? Because then it is me putting, I could get the download, I could get, yeah, this is gonna happen, but then I put my own feelings and human experience into it and think it's supposed to happen in this form of fashion, or it's supposed to be peaches and creams to get to that result. But divine is still gonna have a plan regardless, even if they said this is gonna happen. That's why you're supposed to put your trust into the divine. Like, and I really had to, because I was even kind of going off on, not off on my, but to my mentor, like, bro, I done sat with it. I done literally, like, they done told me 50 million times that this is supposed to be da 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 da. So why the hell, da, 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 and then why the hell would you tell me if you, because then she'd be like, okay, so if you know that, then can't you trust and just live your life anyway? Da, da, da. Because why would you tell me? Because that was my thing. Why would you tell me something if it wasn't going to be happening immediately? Or why would you tell me if it wasn't going to be this fairy tale amazing thing? Like, so it's like I would really get upset. My human would get upset because it's like, y'all just told me I was gonna be good, and right now ain't shit good. So it's like, it's a conflict. It'd be so hard, but I've learned to, like, okay, truly, because not for nothing, I do still see the things happening, the things that they said would happen, they do still happen. But so I've learned, okay, Lise, you've got the download. Still live your life as if you didn't. Because she would say, like, I have to live my life as if I don't know. And to me, I'm like, now why the fuck would I do that? Why would I live my life as if I don't know when I clearly know that this is what, like. But that's because you still have to allow the divine to let things play out in the way that it's supposed to. You're still supposed to allow certain things to do what they're going to do, because they do what they do for a reason. So that's why you're supposed to just have full trust. That's also why it's like, okay, when you pray, if you know God will never fail you, why, when you in the mix of a storm, you feel like God has failed you? if you had full trust, you would never feel like God has failed you. So that's when I had to really like sit with that and really have to, okay, okay, I see what we doing here, you know? So, because I've definitely seen, life is a wave. I've seen the ups and downs. I've seen it feel like rock bottom, and you're really not at rock bottom. You just have to get broken down to be built back up sometimes, to be more stronger for the blessings or whatever you're asking for. Not even because I can't even say what you're asking for, because sometimes things I don't be asking for. Some of my downloads, it's not like I'm asking, hey, can you tell me da 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 da. Some of these downloads happen when they happen. I just get the message, hey, this is gonna be da da da. You're gonna do this path. You're gonna go down this. You're gonna be a very successful person in this category. Da, 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 da. And it's like, cause some things not for nothing. Some things that I get told is supposed to happen in my life, or I'm supposed to do certain things. Sometimes I'm like, I haven't even had thought of even trying to be that person, you know? And cause then even that, sometimes I would sit like, hey, you said I'm supposed to, cause even like, I'm just gonna be real. Even hearing my first retreat and they was just like, oh, you're so powerful. I didn't even, I'm trying to think if I ever knew I had power of my gifts by then when I first heard that. No, I don't think I didn't even. I knew I think I just discovered I was a medium, but I didn't know what to do with the gift, if that makes sense. Like, okay, I could talk to these people, but what am I supposed to do with me talking to these people? Like, I didn't know I was supposed to be a reader. I didn't know I was supposed to, like, certain things wasn't even crossing my mind. Even now, I recently heard something. I'm trying not to put too much out there, technically, because I do still want my certain things to happen. So I don't want to like have nobody praying on my downfall, which hopefully I'm not on my channel praying on my downfall, but still, just in case everybody don't need to know everything. But um even something recently I heard my mentor told me about I when she said it, I'm like, I think even like maybe 2 days prior, a couple days prior, I literally was having a conversation with somebody else, like, yeah, I'm not even trying to be on that level. I ain't even trying to do da 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 da. And then get on the phone with her and she's talking about, yeah, I seen da 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 for you. I that ain't even what I was trying to do. I wasn't even thinking to do that. Like, oh, okay, but you don't. I hold that much power. Okay, like it's so because then now my mind want to shift to, okay, well then how am I gonna get to that path? But it's like, girl, just because you hear it don't mean you got to make an immediate switch or immediate whatever change to try to get to that, because that's one of many technically. Like I know I have. I feel like I've said it before. I know I have many purposes on this earth. I have many things I'm supposed to do. So just because I get told, yeah, you're gonna do this one thing eventually, don't mean I gotta do it tomorrow. Don't mean that's the first thing I gotta do. Maybe I do need to still do X, Y, and Z before to do that. So I feel like being spiritually gifted, not even just spiritually gifted, because spiritual gifts aren't always psychic abilities, but having psychic abilities, um, and being able to see the future in some aspects, um it challenges you more as a human, because it's like you do have to truly live life as if you don't know. And not like I'm getting a better understanding of that more and more as I am living my life, because you really do have to just allow things to unfold in the way that they're going to, because then it's also like, if you really knew everything that was supposed to happen, would life even really be fun? Because then you're gonna get so hung up on having that thing happen that you're gonna miss all life trying to give you before that even come in. Can you even truly live life if you know everything that's supposed to happen in your life? Because that's even the thing. Like I had to stop even asking questions about my life, because I would know what's supposed to happen. I would have answers to certain things, but it's like sometimes you don't need to. Sometimes it is better to walk around clueless and just live life. Like you not like you can't. But if you have an answer to everything, you're not going. Da, da, da. So that's why even sometimes like, okay, y'all say da da da. Okay, tell me when. Spirit not gonna tell you when, because then you just gonna be anticipating that date and you're not gonna do whatever you need to do before that date. And then you might mess up the date because now you didn't even do what was supposed to happen beforehand, because now you're just so worried about that date. Because I definitely had moments like that. Like, y'all said that was supposed to happen by now. We still ain't. But that's because I got hung up on, okay, I know by this month I should be. So I sat on my ass until that time, and it's like, well, not I'm not gonna say I really sat on my ass, but I didn't fully, go as hard or do as much as I probably should have or could have been doing in the time being. And that's why I even feel like this year really had to like force me to really live and just flow with life. I really had to learn how to allow the divine, allow God to do what they were going to do in my life naturally without me trying to be so caught up on a day or be so caught up in I know this is supposed to be a result or the result the I literally have my surrender day really be honest time like the um surrender to the attachment of results or something like that. I think it is like just because I know the result of something don't mean I have to be so strung up on that because not for nothing things can always change depending on now I do okay I'm a little like about this topic because I feel like some things definitely are set in stone to have happened and some things can change depending on how you handle certain predicaments, right? So again, they tell me something's supposed to happen by, for example, something could be happening. I'm just tell y'all this story. So I remember a couple years ago, actually when I first got my thing, they was telling me like this person in my life was supposed to be like the one, right? So now I'm like da da da. Da. So I remember, mind you, we wasn't even in no contact or something. I'm like, what the fuck? You telling me this person my soulmate or this my divine, whatever, whatever. Oh, he coming back, and I don't see no sign of nobody saying shit to me. And then when I went to go look, how you telling me somebody coming back and they got a whole girlfriend? So I'm like, I remember crashing out because this is also when I was really still in my healing bag. I was just really healing. So I remember basically cussing my ancestors out. When I tell y'all that next day, my apartment was basically kind of townhome style. So my room was the whole upstairs. So I remember that morning, my dog not let me not say ain't never peed the bed, but by then she wasn't peeing in my bed. She wasn't doing no shit like that. I remember I woke up to my dog literally, and I don't even think she was really trying to pee in my bed. Part of me thinks she was even peeing in her sleep type shit. Like I remember waking up to my dog basically peeing on my pillow. Like I remember waking up to like wetness or feeling wetness, and I'm like, what the fuck? And as I'm trying to take my dog down the stairs, I didn't just trip. It literally felt like somebody yanked my foot and I went, mind you, I sleep naked. So when she peed, I just jump up like, oh, okay, let me take you outside. I'm butt ass naked. And now I feel like somebody just pulled my ankle and now I'm going down my stairs butt ass naked and really I think I really had carpet burn on my ass. And then I was holding my dog as I was going down the stairs. So when I fell, my dog goes flying on my arm. So now I feel like my dog probably thinking I just threw her and I didn't throw her. And I remember like letting my dog outside and I'm literally sitting there like, what the rough ass that was a rude awakening, right? A rude way to wake up. Like, what the why did I just wake up so what's going on? And I remember like kind of as soon as I like, what the fuck did I do? Like, how the fuck can I? Why did I just fall down the stairs? What did I do to deserve that? Like, the fuck, like. But I remember coming back upstairs and immediately like apologizing to my ancestors, my spirit guides. Like, I'm sorry for saying y'all liars. I'm sorry because I basically call my spirit team liars. Like, I'm like y'all liars. Like, y'all lied to me. And that was the last time I called them some liars because literally as soon as I went upstairs and I started apologizing and trying to get free. Like, I ain't mean it. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. Da, da, da. My day was perfectly smooth and great after that. So I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that was rude awakening for sure. Like, oh, you think we liars? All right, bet. I'm going to show you something. Won't do that again. But, and even now, like, of course, certain thing that person is not my one. But I think, honestly, I do feel like not my one because one, he didn't do what he needed to do as far as healing wise. And then I was just being too adamant about, well, y'all said this, so now I'm moving in a way of this person's supposed to be coming back. Like, okay, can't do that. Because now you're missing the part on why you even had to have the separation moment. Because now you're not really, like, I was healing, but I technically wasn't doing the healing that I needed to have that return, basically, because now I knew he's supposed to return. So I wasn't really thinking to heal certain things about myself to make us more so that because technically if we would have had a reconciliation it would have been the same shit because I didn't really do too much changing. I mean I changed but I didn't change in regards to like our dynamic. I probably would have still been talking to him, treating him the same way, and the shit would have probably still ended anyway because neither one of us actually did what we were supposed to do. So of course that had to change, and he ain't that one. So that's why they got my ass back to Atlanta. Like, yeah, you can't even stay in North Carolina because you ain't even. Let's just get you away because you missing what you supposed to be doing. So, okay, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's figure this back out. Cause yeah, you fucked that up. But actually, not for nothing. I don't think he because there is a. You can. I do feel like you can have multiple soulmates, but that doesn't mean that's your divine forever mate. I don't think a soulmate is automatically your forever. So yeah, but it could have been, but I wasn't doing what I needed to do, and he wasn't. And honestly, he probably wasn't doing what he needed to do because I still wasn't fully doing what I needed to do to have that happen. You know, so I think I'm glad that I've learned now more how to actually allow life to still be in, not necessarily walk around clueless, but not so strung up on what I know is supposed to happen. I'm still allowing life to be whatever it needs to be for those things because now I do know and understand that or understand that I have to still there's still a lesson to be learned in certain things. There's still life is still trying to show me certain things even in those seasons where it feels like I don't know what's going on. Even if I don't know what's going on, God know what He doing. God know God know the plan. So that's why it don't matter what plan you make because whatever actually happens is what was supposed to happen. I am very strong on everything does happen for a reason. So what was supposed to happen will still happen. And I just had to learn how to surrender. So if you have been discovering that you do have psychic abilities, I would just recommend not even trying to actually figure out your whole life. Don't even try to figure like now I technically only want to use my psychic abilities for other people when they ask me stuff. And even when I would use it for other people, I wouldn't even uh I technically am still when you get a reading with me, I'm still telling you how to what you still would need to do in the current moment, even if I know, oh yeah, in a couple months you'll da 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 da, but in them couple months you still need to be focused on X, Y, and Z, da 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 da. You still need to be doing da 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 da, right? So now I've learned to take my own advice and focus on things I actually need to focus on instead of focusing on what I know said result was supposed to be. Because sometimes it even be like I can't because people have said it to me. I could ask somebody something and be like, Spirit told me not to tell you. I'd be like, damn, but it's a real thing. Spirit will tell you not to tell certain people things. Like I could give you a reading, and sometimes I might be like, yeah, I can know something. And Spirit will be like, yeah, don't tell them because they'll know if you tell them, they're gonna fuck it up or they're gonna do something that they're not gonna focus in the way that they need to focus because now they just so ready for that result to happen, right? Um, but yeah, I'm glad that this year, the shedding year, shed me, and it did really show me how to truly flow with life. And it's kind of weird to say because it's a snake year and you don't really think of snakes as flowing, but I guess you kind of can think of a snake as a flowing animal. But yeah, so that's how I've been blooming some more and been able to really stay in good spirits because I truly surrendered and I'm not living clueless, but I am living like whatever God's plans for me is gonna be beautiful and gonna be what I need, regardless of what I think or what I know is supposed to happen. Even if I know X, Y, and Z is supposed to happen, I'm still gonna follow the ABCs that's happening until I do get to X, Y, Z. You feel me? So yeah. And it's honestly brought way more peace to my life because living when you know everything that's supposed to happen is it's not peaceful. I'm telling you, it's really not that peaceful when you know it like because then you just get more strict and more you kind of get boring because you're not living life. You're so stuck on results. Go have fun. Go still live your life as it's golden. Don't get caught up in, oh, I'm supposed to be this serious person. No, you're not. Just because you get told you're supposed to have this serious success, that don't mean you can't have fun. That don't mean you can't do certain things. That don't mean you don't got a couple more fuck ups or mistakes to make before that actually happen. Like go make your mistakes. Go learn those lessons. Go do what you got to do. Go heal what you need to heal. Go focus on what you need to focus on until those things happen. And allow life to truly be life because we are still humans having a human experience, no matter how much we know about what's supposed to happen spiritually. And again, a lot of things can still get changed spiritually. Nothing is, I'm not gonna say nothing is written in stone, but some things are not set in stone. Some things can change based on the way you move through life. Something they could tell you something that's supposed to happen, they could still end up changing it in the midst of why you doing what you need to do, because it could still shit. Like some things could necessarily have a, you can know something is supposed to have a negative result, but if you don't focus on it, it's supposed to have a negative result and you just do certain work, eventually that negative result might end up changing to a positive result instead. Like you never know. So you just have to really allow life to just really be life. And if you do have those abilities, don't get caught up in trying to figure out your whole life. Don't be asking every type of question like, okay, what's this? Who's this? What's this person supposed to be in my life? What's this connection about? Da, da, da. Live life. Meet new people. Do what you gotta do for yourself. Everything come back to just really focus on yourself and love yourself. But yeah. So that's how we bloom, and that's how I've been rebirthing. That's been a part of my, that's been a major part of my rebirth, is just really allowing and surrendering to the flow of life naturally instead of trying to be so stuck on, not even, I can't even say stuck on because it's not really a stuck on, but being so upset or attached to the result. Like, well, that didn't, this, if this is supposed to happen, why am I in this predicament? Like, because I would do that. Like, what the fuck? Like, why? I'll start getting in my head, and then it turned into a moment of not even trusting myself because it's like, well, how? Okay, did I lie? Was that me making up that? Like, did I just tell myself that's what I wanted to hear? Like, so yeah, you just gotta allow life to be and let the divine do what the divine is gonna do, because whatever happens to us is supposed to happen to us. And I know nobody likes hearing that because some bad things be happening to people, but everything is needed. All right. So healing gets messy before it gets magical, but you are worthy of all the happiness and peace that is waiting for you on the other side. Pick your head up and adjust your crown. Don't let it tilt again. I love you. I hope you love you. Peace.